All right, Brona, thank you. Federal officials are scrambling to secure the Capitol and protect against potential unrest that could happen this weekend.
Yeah, joining us now with more on that is Missy Ryan. She is the national security reporter for the Washington Post. Missy, thanks for being with us tonight. I mean, we keep learning new and more frightening details about what happened. And here we are 5 days away from the inauguration. Can you tell us what the comfort level is for security around our nation's capital and state capitals like Springfield here in Illinois?
Yeah, so there have been a huge amount of preparations going on this week to ensure better security in the nation's capital and around the country than there was in the lead up to the January 6th riot. So we have upwards of 20,000 National Guard troops approved for the Washington, D.C. area. Governors across the country are putting their own National Guard on alert, on standby, or sometimes activated in their capitals. And, you know, it's really remarkable just going around Washington, central Washington this week. The huge swath of the city is shut down with giant steel fences, with concrete crash barriers. You've seen military trucks. So it's a pretty strange sight to see what, you know, normally there is obviously some degree of security for inauguration ceremonies, but this is something on a totally different level.
Yeah, I can only imagine. The National Mall is closed. Usually that's where everyone congregates. You know, it's near the Capitol so they can watch it from back there. What is the inauguration now going to look like? A ghost town?
Well, yeah, the government has given permits for one or two very small First Amendment protests, as they're being described, in the vicinity of the downtown area, but most of the mall will be shut down. And so, you know, it's going to be online. The mayor of Washington has asked people not to come to the inauguration. Airbnb canceled all of its reservations in Washington for this week. So there, you know, there are going to be a number of VIPs and obviously the normal swearing in and addresses and all of that. But you're not going to see the kind of big crowds for inauguration that you normally see.
Missy, you've been writing at length about this. Can you talk about the effort on the part of the host of different law enforcement agencies that are really doing their best to separate those who pose a real and credible threat to what's happening versus those who are just sort of caught up in this violent rhetoric and being able to identify who do we really need to fear?
Yeah, well, law enforcement have issued a number of warnings this week saying that the people who took part in the riot last week and those who sort of share the same views are feeling emboldened by what occurred, that the fact that they were actually able to storm the Capitol. But one of the challenges, as you are suggesting, is actually tracking potential threats. And a challenge has been that some of these online platforms and fora that the groups had used are now being closed or taken down. And so that makes the job of law enforcement all the more difficult in terms of anticipating future activity. So it's an ongoing effort in order to disrupt potential attacks coming up in the next few days. But I think that the other thing that they're trying to do with this huge show of security in central Washington, obviously, is deter people from coming if they know that there's going to be 20,000 National Guard, a huge amount of police, all sorts of barriers that will make riotous activity easy to detect. The idea is that will actually deter people from coming.
And are you hearing anything about the threats for the state capitals? The same thing, ramping things up?
Yeah, I mean, they're you know, certainly to a lesser degree, but we are hearing about capitals from Maryland to Virginia to taking certain precautions. What we're hearing from federal officials so far is that there are not specific threats related to state capitals, but certainly in the past year, like what we saw in Michigan, there have been really alarming incidents in state capitals. So I think everybody's trying to be on guard.
Missy Ryan with the Washington Post, staying up late to talk with us with a child to take care of there in the background. We appreciate your time.
Sorry about that.
No, we're glad that you could be with us.
No
so thanks
worries.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the weather. Snow showers there.